And we're live.
And good morning, Jason Mann, Jim Check. It is Tuesday, January 2nd. Happy New Year.
And 2024. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, 20.
So 2024.
All right.
That came fast.
It sure did.
Yeah. So let's make every day count.
All right.
How's that for a slogan for the year?
Well, let's get organized. Top of the stories this morning, a hiker has died after collapsing on a West Kelowna trail on New Year's Day.
Sadly, that person whose name has not been released yet was walking in the Goats Peak Regional Park when they collapsed, and rescuers were called out at 11 a.m. to assist firefighters and medics. Sad news for sure.
Thank goodness for the COSAR people, though. They do
Amazing work.
Yeah, they really do.
Long.
Yeah. BC's first baby of 2024 was born in the Lower Mainland this year.
And a second after the clock struck midnight.
Oh,
wow, eh? And that was at the New Westminster. In New Westminster at the Royal Canadian Hospital, the Stutsky family welcomed a baby girl weighing 6 pounds, 14 ounces. That's a good, healthy size. In Kelowna, KGH, the first baby to arrive was at 12:40 a.m., coming in at 7 pounds, 7 ounces. Navy Shea. That's a pretty name. Navy Shea. Proud parents of Jessica and Scott. There you go.
Congratulations. Amazing. Well, if you've ever been camping or tried to go camping in...
tried is a good word.
You might want to plan ahead a little earlier. And, well, Parks Canada is opening camping reservations this month.
Get ready to crash some websites.
Yeah.
So the 2024 camp season is still a few months away, but Parks Canada is opening up reservations months earlier than previous years. In late November, it was announced that reservations for this year's camping would open as early as January 19th. So if you're looking to secure a spot in a national park, time to mark your calendar, right? So here's a list of national parks in BC and their reservation launch dates. Actually, you can go to the website for this. I'll give you a couple of them, though. Fort Langley National Historic Park, January 19th. Fort Rod Hill Glacier National Park, Gulf Islands, Kootenay National Park, Mount Revelstoke, Pacific Rim, and then those are all January 19th. And then in January 24th, Yoho National Park and Lake O'Hare overnight camping on January 25th. So there you go. Again, you can go online. You can find the dates for Yukon and Alberta and beyond if you want to go camping. You take the kids camping? Sounds like
Well, what about cabining?
Cabining, yeah, you don't like to rough it too much.
Yeah,
eh?
no, like the dishwasher in bed.
There you
go. Okay, so this is just crazy. BC's top nuisance 911 calls of 2023. There's a full list here, and well,
like people should be reminded that it's for fire and ambulance and police, right? Not for like the top 10 nuisance calls that they got. Somebody's looking for directions to the Drake concert.
So, like, a bunch of people called looking for directions?
Not just one person.
These are just the craziest in order of craziness.
A traffic light was taking too long to turn green.
Yeah.
Call 911, right? Why not? Marcy's like, well, maybe. Somebody lost their nose ring down the shower drain.
Oh, emergency.
There you go. Airbnb host canceled their reservation.
Well, I got nowhere to sleep.
Call Airbnb. Uber Eats order taking too long. Like, I understand the frustration, but...
Now I understand. This explains a lot, Jim. This explains a lot.
The burger joint wouldn't let them in before they were open, and they couldn't find their cell phone. How did they call? Complain about a pothole where they're living in Edmonton.
Oh.
McDonald's order was taking too long. You know what? McDonald's orders can never take too long because you're better off not to have it. How's that? They're not sponsoring the show yet, are they? And
Not
a bad
now.
haircut. I can understand that. But anyway, again, a reminder, 911 is for police, fire, or medical emergencies, not because your food is taking too long.
No. Or stabbings. And in fact, police are searching for a suspect after a random New Year's Eve stabbing in
couple of them,
Alberta.
actually. Two people in Edmonton were seriously hurt on New Year's Eve in separate stabbings that investigators say were random. Police say a 63-year-old man who was walking north on the downtown core around 9:15 p.m. was approached by an unknown man and stabbed. He's in the hospital right now in critical condition. 20 minutes later, and not far away, a 45-year-old man was standing at the Kingsway Transit Center with his adult son. Was he approached by the man and also stabbed? Police said the suspect fled, and that man was taken to the hospital in critical condition as well.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Well, hundreds made the big plunge into a frigid Okanagan Lake for a great cause, though.
And our own Corvin went down there and he took some pictures. So
Amazing.
This is all put on by Crisis, the Community Recreational Initiative Society. And all the funds raised go towards that local charity. So great photos on Kelowna now. Lots of people again, just crazy amounts of people going in there.
Love to
get
see that.
wet and cold all at the same time. But again, our reporter down, our photojournalist down in Summerland, took some pictures of the Summerland polar bear dip, another great one. It's the only one that ran during the pandemic in January 1 of 2021. Big turnout this time, though. So, again, lots and lots of photos on Kelowna now, and Penticton now, for that matter. Great job again, Gord. And then we got a little bit of finance news, some stuff that's just, what's the word? Hard to believe, hard to choke down.
Hard to take. Canada's 100 highest paid CEOs.
Yeah, broke new compensation records in 2022.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, everybody's suffering, and
Let them eat cake.
let them eat something. Yeah. Anyway, and then a little EV news. Tesla's Q4 delivery numbers. They had a big quarter. And if we can pull up that chart at all there. There we go. So they delivered big time. So EV sales up. I think they had 495,000 produced and over 484,000 delivered in this quarter.
It's becoming a real company.
There's another little chart. I don't know if we got the video on this one that shows you the history of Tesla as it's started. This is back in 2008 when they made their first 90 cars. Wow. And then, and then you can see how their growth goes. 2012, they made 2,900 cars. 2013, obviously you can watch along with me. And then their goal is 50% year-over-year growth. 2018, 245,000 cars. This year, 1.8 million cars. Wow. Crazy, eh? And then we had Scott Deedles on here for Bitcoin. I think it was on last Friday or something like that. We had Scott on talking about Bitcoin. Surprises me. I'm still puzzled with Bitcoin. I think like it's kind of like a weird thing, but you can go ahead and watch that. We'll have a link to the article there. Scott's a big fan of Bitcoin. Me, not so much. How about you?
Well, I think there's some intrinsic value in it with the energy that it takes to create and each one, but I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a central bank digital currency at some point. So how does it survive through that? It
topped $45,000 US for the first time since April of 2022 as this crypto rally continues. And then we're going to pull up 5 things you need to know this morning. We're just going to kind of highlight some of the things in there. There you go. The first thing. Oh, this is a Coast Guard plane crashed into an airliner at a Japanese airport. Yeah, if you can just go down to that video there. Can you put play on that video there? So that's tragic for sure.
Boy.
Again, you can go to Kelowna now. And you can
Japan's had a tough time with earthquake, tsunami.
So if you scroll down a bit more, let's go to the second thing and things you need to know. So here's what everybody's been waiting for, to see the names of the Jeffrey Epstein list.
Dirty.
So there's a few very notable people that made that list.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you can go there and you can see if you made the list. Mickey Mouse. You can now use Mickey Mouse because the copyright expired. So you can definitely use it.
Wow, really?
Copyright, after 95 years, copyright expires. So there you go.
So what does that all include? Just the likeness and the name?
Yes, so, yeah. There you go. And then there you go. And then we talked about Tesla a minute ago, but BYD, the large Chinese automaker, EV automaker, is beating out Tesla for a number of EVs sold. China's a big adopter of EVs. I think over 40% of all new cars sold in China right now are EVs. So they have lots of incentives in that market, and I think over 100 EV makers. So kind of interesting stuff. And then this one, a foreign exchange student scammed in cyber kidnapping. And this cyber stuff is going to get like scarier and scarier with
deep fakes and
deep fake. You know what I mean? Where they can actually do some really cool things. So let's do the weather and let's do Big White. What do you want to do first?
Let's do Big White, I guess.
Okay.
Big White just came back actually after the last couple of days.
You were there.
Yeah. And definitely has been getting some new snow over the last few
Where'd you
days.
stay?
Way over to the left, Snow
Way over to the
Pines,
left?
very
Oh, there
close to the chairs down there. And there are 84 open runs right now with some light winds. There's lots of fresh snow over the last couple of days. I expect there's been a little bit more here, or we'll get some more in the short term, as we've got some snow in the forecast, which we'll check out in a couple of moments. The fireworks were fantastic on.
You got some video to show us?
I do actually. Just not right here. But yeah.
People put it on Kelowna Now's TikTok. How's that?
There we go. Sure thing. But anyways, hills open. The conditions are improving. It got pretty bare there a few days ago on the hills, but the new snow is definitely.
So we got a base of 103 centimeters. So there you go.
Yeah, it's good.
Sky is overcast today.
And not too many hills you can ski on around BC right now.
Yeah, so let's do the weather.
All right. Kelowna weather brought to you by ATB Wealth. Realize your vision of wealth at atb.com/wealth Kelowna. For Tuesday, January 2nd, mostly cloudy. Chance of flurries today. A high of 1. We may see a little bit of sunshine up there, but mostly cloudy. And we'll get down to around -1 overnight. Take a look out the window. It is shaping up to be a high cloud morning. Kind of nice out there, actually.
Yeah.
Lots of green.
Can't complain for this time of the year.
You head up to the Rogers Pass, though. This is what you can expect to see. It's sloppy.
Sloppy and mucky.
Mucky. It's the worst part of the section up on that pass. It looks a little worse, actually, heading over the connector. That's the summit of the Coquihalla there. Or, sorry, that's the summit of the connector, and then the summit of the Coquihalla next, I think. Or I've got them backwards.
There you go.
That's the connector, yeah. At any rate, you can see there's some fresh snow up there and some slippery compact sections.
As always, you have good winter tires. It's law, actually, to have winter tires for your vehicle on. Good winter tires is a good idea.
Look for the snowflake and the mountain peaks on your
you
tires. All right. And then as we look out to the rest of the week, more of that. Flurries tomorrow, rain and snow for Thursday, snow on Friday, and a chance of flurries for Saturday. So expecting lots of white stuff here in Kelowna over the next 4 or 5 days, and I imagine that'll also end up at the hills at Big White as well. So it's winter. It's arrived.
So we talked earlier. We're going to try and do a goal-setting session kind of live. We do that Mission Possible book out of here. So we're going to try and do a session live, and maybe Jason, myself, and Marcy, I think, will join us, and we'll try to do some goal-setting and see if you want to do it along with us. When do you want to do it, Thursday? Or
Yeah, let's plan for Thursday. Sit down, grab a coffee. We'll walk through some different aspects of your life that you might want to set some goals for. We can share some of our own goals as well.
Because in 2024, let's make every day count.
I like it.
There you go. That's it from us this morning here at 9 a.m. News, and we're back again at 4 p.m.
We'll talk to you then.